Hello, my name is Lily Jensen, and this is my application for the North Carolina Teaching Fellows Program. I graduated from UNC Chapel Hill last year with a biology degree, and I started working at the Museum of Natural Sciences last summer. I work in the Naturalist Center, which is a hands-on exhibit within the Nature Research Building, and it allows guests to interact with over 25,000 individual specimens and learn more about museum collections as a whole. I already knew that I had a passion for all things science, but over the summer, I learned more about my interest in science education at the museum and working as a substitute teacher. In my free time, I like to read and go for walks at the different lakes around Raleigh. And because of my time in the Naturalist Center, I got better at identifying the different birds at the lakes. I believe that in order to foster understanding of people from different backgrounds and mindsets, teachers should seek opportunities to spend time in communities that don't reflect themselves or people they're used to seeing. And I think it's important to meet people of different backgrounds out and about. I do meet people of all kinds at the museum every weekend. And because I've worked in customer service for about 6 years, I have had the opportunity to interact with all kinds of people almost every day. I think that being a professional as a teacher in the classroom means that you understand that the students are children and that one of the most important things to be is calm when they're stressed out. If you're a teacher, then you are the trusted adult in the room. And I think you need to understand that wherever a student is coming from, whatever they're doing, it's not a personal attack, and that you're there to help them learn a subject in a safe environment. I think it's really important to come to work every day with a good attitude and to really have empathy, not especially, but I'm interested in teaching high school or middle school. I think it's really important to understand that some students are coming from a place that's could have been different from your own high school experience. I imagine after retiring, after 30 years of teaching, I want students to remember me as somebody who loved science and was excited to talk about any and all science related topics. I also want them to say that I challenged them to ask why things work the way that we understand them to. And I hope that they'll learn more about critical thinking, peer review, and the scientific process in my classes, no matter what grade level I end up teaching. I think that what excites me most about becoming a teacher is getting to see students figure out things on their own. I worked as a peer tutor at UNC, and one of the things that I loved the most during my peer tutoring sessions was when students would figure out an answer to a problem or even just a step within a problem and would then leave a session feeling confident that they could solve similar problems on their own time. We really focused on some core themes that really included all students are naturally creative, resourceful, and whole. And I agree with that mentality that students really can, if you help them understand how to utilize their resources, they'll be able to solve problems even outside of the classroom. I also love talking to museum guests about all the fun facts that we learn throughout the room and asking them questions about specimens so that they can come up with their own hypotheses about things like why bird beaks are different shapes or how the color in butterfly wings works. And I'm excited to encourage students to find subjects that they are similarly passionate about. And I want to help them figure out how to solve problems on their own and teach them as much as I can about the natural world. Thank you for listening to my application. Have a nice day.